Welcome back, adventurers. Welcome back to 5 minutes of your time. This is going to be a special, well, maybe not 5 minutes of your time. I may create a whole nother series here, inspired by one rainy writer. And what I'm going to call this is going to be Tales from the Navy. And before I go any further in this video, one thing I want to make sure I get clear to any and all service members, retired, discharged, whatever the situation is, this is not an attempt to steal your valor. And y'all bear with me, I'm dealing with that mount back there, and I think I literally just decided I don't like it, because I see what it's doing to the camera view already. Don't smash it, right? Don't smash it, key fob. Don't destroy the camera. Although it's already broken. It's already got to go back to Insta360 for repairs, because I have dropped it yet again. This will be the second time for this particular camera. I dropped it last week doing a video. I don't have a knife with me. How the hell did I leave the house without a knife? Huh. That is completely bizarre. Alright, so we're going to deal with it as it is, y'all. I apologize. No matter what the view gets. This is more for audio and for a training situation, because I'm going to be using this footage this afternoon to do a live... sorry, had to adjust my mic, with Ray Gregory, showing them basically how I do the 360 editing. So to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter what that camera picks up, what angle it is actually seeing. This is just for training purposes for Mr. Ray Gregory, and I figured why not do the 5 minutes of your time, or this new Tales from the Navy. Alright, so let's get into it. Tales from the Navy, episode 1. Alright, so one day I went out on a ride, right? It was just me. Nobody was with me. So there's no one that can collaborate my story here, but what had happened was, see, I was going down the highway at like 60 miles an hour, because that's what you do going down the highway. I said highway, not interstate, right? So, you know, I'm doing the speed limit and everything's classy. And all of a sudden, this humongous truck pulling a trailer that's just loaded with Volkswagen bugs. This is a bunch of Volkswagen bugs. And I'm talking, they had like a dune bug. They had a sandrail bug. They had the classic, what do you call it? I don't know what you call it. The classic look. Anyway, he flagged me down and said, "Hey man, you're a real cool dude." And I said, "Hey, I appreciate that, partner, especially somebody hauling that many bugs around." He said, "Dude, I'm going to give you one." And I said, "You have got to be kidding me. You're going to give me a bug?" I said, "Hell yeah, dude, I'll give you one. Here you go. Which one you want?" Well, of course, me being me, I had to pick the dune bug, because I grew up watching cartoons. I knew all about Dune Buggy. Now, I knew who Herbie was too, but I've seen some situations where Herbie did some stuff that wasn't so nice. So, you know, I wasn't going to go Herbie. I wanted Dune Bug. So I told that dude, "Hey, Dune Bug, unload it." They said, "For sure." And he unloaded the thing and got all the paperwork ready for me, handed it to me. He said, "But in order for you to take this bug, you got to give up your motorcycle." Well, I got back on my bike just then, and I rode back off into the sunset, never to see that man again. And every time I see a bug, I think of that feller and think, he really thought a Volkswagen Beetle was going to get me off my motorcycle. That'd be a cold day in hell, or a rainy day in the desert. Oh, what are you doing there? That's not nefarious at all. So there you go. My first ever Tale from the Navy. Tales from the Navy, Stories from the Navy, whatever I name it. It's going to be fun. And again, these Tales from the Navy episodes are not going to be in any shape, form, or fashion me attempting to falsify my service record or to steal valor from those who have actually served. This is, like I said, inspired by one Rainy Ryder. And Rainy Ryder states, as he was told in the Navy, no story should get stuck behind the truth. I think he said something like that. The point is, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. There you go, that's what he said. So here we are, inspired by one man who served his time in the Navy and tells his tales. So I'm going to tell them too. Thank you, Rainy. You've given me something else to do, something else to record. It's going to make me happy. I hope it makes y'all happy too, because happiness is what's really important. Happiness is key. Doesn't matter what you have, what condition what you have is in. None of that matters, as long as you can have happiness in what you have. And that's what you need to find. Find out how to be happy in your situation, or how to find happiness out of your situation. I think that's actually the same thing being said twice, but that part really doesn't matter, because the important part is happiness. Oh, hello, Doe. Sorry you got clicked. Happiness is all that matters. And happiness, well, happiness is what David and Cindy provide down in Tampa, Florida. And they provide it for the young men and women that have been aged up and out of the foster care system. Y'all see this storm I'm about to come into? I knew it was coming. They take the young men and women that have been aged up and out of the foster care system. Now, what I mean by up and out is that simple. They aged up to the age of 18, so that puts them out of the foster care system. So at the age of 18, they become homeless. And they are also hopeless because the state-appointed parents that they were assigned didn't do anything to give them any leg up, any step into the right direction. No tips, no strategies for how to managing their life and how things change. No way to compensate with the misery of life. And life can be miserable. You have to find your happiness. And that's what I tell everybody. You got to get out there. You got to find your happiness. And that's what David and Cindy provide. A chance for them young men and young women to find happiness. And ladies and gentlemen, folks and creatures of all shapes and sizes, that's worth supporting. And that's what I do. I support Forgotten Angels. In every video I do, I should have an outro just like this. There may be one or two that slip by, but almost all of them have an outro just like this. And see that icon in the corner? The one I have the arrow pointing at? You'll find that in all my long videos too. So reach out to them, see what you can do to support them. Come out and see us in October. That's October 23rd through the 26th of the year 2025. In case you're catching this in 26 or beyond, come see us. Come hang out with us for the weekend. Come have a good time. Tell us about your memories. Come make some new ones. Make some new friends. Or hell, just meet some weirdos. All right, y'all. Before I let you go, though, you know I gotta show love to Possum Southern Rescue. Why? Because they rescue dogs, canines, pups, dogs of all shapes and sizes. And on every Saturday at the PetSmart in Warner Robins, Possum Southern Rescue holds an adoption event where you are invited to come out and look at the pups and dogs they have currently. See if there's one you can provide a forever home for. Provide some forever happiness. Because like I've said before, happiness is key. And dogs bring us happiness. That's why we have 10 of them. 10. Count them. 1, 2, plus some, and 10. We're going to go by the dollar store. Why? Because Brainy did not get ibuprofen today. But we did adopt 3 of our dogs from them. Twiggy, Cerberus, and Whiskey. Not in that order. It was actually in the order of Cerberus, Twiggy, Whiskey, with Whiskey being our newest addition this past May. And that little shot of whiskey has quickly turned into a 5th. So, as I can vouch for, dogs can be expensive. They eat a lot. and provide a lot of love. So you got to do what you got to do to make them happy. So reach out to Possum Southern Rescue. See if you can foster a dog or 2 or 3 or 5. Adopt 1 or 2 or 3 or 5. And if not, buy the dogs a bone, guys. Buy the dogs a bone. That's all I got for you. I was about to reach up and turn off the camera, then I remember it's behind me right now because I'm doing this extra video style just to show how to snatch a microphone out of your helmet with little to no effort. That's what I had to show just then. No, to show Mr. Ray Gregory what it's like editing on the 360 platform. So we're going to see how this turns out when I get back to the house, and however it turns out, this will be the first Tales from the Navy, or whatever I title it. We'll see. All right, y'all.